What do you think of laws requiring that buildings be accessible by disabled people, like mandatory elevators, wheelchair ramps, or handicapped parking spaces? On the one hand, these regulations seem like government coercion, but many places would not be accessible to disabled people otherwise. So do these regulations protect the rights of disabled people? And if so, since they protect rights, aren't they good? No. There are no rights of disabled people. Just as there's no rights of green people. There's only rights of man. Man qua man. That's inherent in what a right is and in the validation of right. It's what man by his nature requires to survive in a social context. Now, you have to remember that moral principles are defined by the standard of healthy, not by the standard of diseased or handicapped. We provide a moral code for man by his nature. We cannot and do not provide a moral code for man when he cannot act by his nature. Now, the Greek had a perfect distinction here. Gymnastics versus medicine. Gymnastics was aimed at the proper functioning of the body, of the healthy body. That's the equivalent of ethics. And medicine was the correction of disease, imperfection in the body. And that is not ethics. Is psychology or medicine or hopeless, depending upon what your problem is. Disability cannot put any claim or obligation on others, not on their time, their effort, their property, their buildings. Otherwise, you are expecting others to sacrifice. You are not trading. You are not respecting their rights. You are turning them into pawns to please you when your claim is that you're in trouble. And you know the objectivist view is need is not a claim. If you claim rights, rights belong to man. There is no rights if anybody's desire is a, quote, right placing an obligation on others. If you're poor, you have no right to Medicare or to money. If you're sick, you have no right to Medicare. You either have to earn what you need or go on private charity. And the same is true here. It is an outrage that buildings are forced to do these things, especially all the decent parking spaces, at least in California, are empty almost all the time to protect the rights of disabled people. And that is a typical modern sacrifice the healthy. It's really as an end in itself because I don't think the disabled benefit that much. Okay, that's it for today.